a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
We're at 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a 1st quarter lead. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throw left side complete. That's Barber. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 32-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. on. It's Oliver. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. Green, 30. Detroit!
Garoppolo now, first down throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss. Another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Garoppolo now. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run it here with Oliver. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They go again with Oliver. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They're back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here come the Bills. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Garoppolo on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Detroit. Detroit. Watch him now. Party.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit. Leopard. Leopard. Hot.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, found a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
All right, here we go. Green 30.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Patriot. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's a carry for Oliver. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. There's Garoppolo to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again, or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Gonna give this time to the tailback. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd-and-1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On third down, it's Reynolds. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener with it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A pretty good effort there. 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Watch number 86. Watch 86.
Over.
If you kill it, motion the
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
All right, now, look at 56. Leffert. Leffert. All right, now, look at 56. Green. Good. No. Check. Patriot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious? And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set. They run. It's Oliver. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He gets him moving forward again with an 8-yard run, but they'll still be left with 14 yards to go on 3rd. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Double tight. Set. Green, 39. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
To throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd. 43 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Set. Green, 39. Detroit. Here we go. Detroit. Blue 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff looking right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Now a handoff as they run left side. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 8 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's brought down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now they try the right side here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing. Hot.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium. He stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine, I marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Back to throw. Pace. He completes it to Julio Jones. 23 yards on the play.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, Pace. Being chased, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. the toss, Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Second down following the run.
Come on, let's go.
The slot man in motion right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
8 yards to go here on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Off play action. Pace. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Gabriel, the man in motion. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Now let's go.
To throw on second down. Pace. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Throwing on 3rd and long. Pace. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Simon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. In motion is Austin Hooper. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Check. Green. No. Check. Patriot. Watching that, Barney.
On the end around, this is Julio Jones. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help him get downfield.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. They find some open field here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll run here with Mixon. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Let's go.
Eifert, the man in motion. They'll try and run with Mixon. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a collective holding a breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Over! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go! No, check! Patriot!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. On play action, they'll throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He was superb a week ago, 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it's pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try it out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because he looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Looking to throw. Pace. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now let's go. Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on third down. Pace. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Here we go.
Now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Let's go.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Again, it's Mixon, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Gabriel, the man in motion. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no
What
gain
is
on
up,
the play,
losers?
and it's 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the
Team
defense.
draft is going to
All
be
the
kicking
gaps were
off here
filled,
in a
except for
minute,
the
so
one the
bear
offense really
with
wanted to run
us.
through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Give me a couple seconds here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Again, welcome to the show. We're in week 8 here. We've got the team draft for VL, and we also have a Cincinnati and Atlanta game going on. Did not know this was going to be going on during the draft, so that's a nice little surprise for us here. Hop on Twitch chat if you want to participate. Getting on Twitch myself right now. Not quite there.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
We got a couple little messages coming in on Discord.
And that one hits at the 7, but
Christ
bounds
almighty,
into the
shut
end
this
zone,
damn
and that'll
window.
be a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to...
You know what I would tell my
Get rid
offense
of that, and then
exist, guys. He doesn't even
if
exist.
I
He's not a
can.
team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now they run with Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Hold on, I'm still looking for something here for a minute.
But officially they'll be left with a 3rd
Got
and
13
2.
people online. It looks good.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Come on, let's go. Let's round.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
What do we got here? Frozen
Looks like they're
stuff
just
there.
totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Where is this shit? Hold up.
What is the punt team now as this one's sent away? Taken in at the 22. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single this year.
I think we're almost in business here.
You don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Okay, and
in motion is Austin Hooper.
It is
now
loading.
Off here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd.
It's been a hectic afternoon for me here.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and what you need to do.
And
sometimes you don't have to
almost
worry about that. That's just smart football.
go time here.
That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Okay, hold up.
Motion left goes Jones. Off the play fake. Pace. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons add on. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing left side, it's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them.
All right, so we are shutting this feed down for a second, so this is just one continuous feed here, the draft. People want to go watch the episode of just as long, because there's been a couple games on. So at 35-0, I think we're comfortable with that. Just so there is a break, because Twitch will link the feeds together if there's not enough break. So I'm going to go offline here for a couple minutes, and then we'll boot right back up. So stay tuned. We are coming right back.